Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. Long time no see, huh? Huh? It is Wednesday, March 26th. Well, I said I used to do a show every day, and you got to watch and I message. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do like a once a week or PRN show as needed. So here I am once a week doing the show. It'll be a little longer, but it'll be good. We have classic movie of the week we're going to talk about this week and other stuff. And I'll probably be back on Saturday because I want to review the Phillies opener, which is tomorrow. Can you believe the Phillies open tomorrow? Oh my God, I can't believe it. We're going to talk about that too. As you can see, I'm all Phillied up here, all geared up, ready to go, ready to rip the boys off. Before we start yakking away, you know me, yak, 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 up the Patriot state of this fine, fine podcast. Bud, there he is, Bud himself, our Bud. We miss him, we love him, and look at him. Look at his teeth. Yes, we both shared the same orthodontist. Look at that, huh? Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. We miss you. All right, so let's talk about the Phillies first of all, okay? So the Phillies open tomorrow in Washington. Zach Wheeler's pitching. They should get off to a good start, but you never know. A lot of these bottom feeder teams, they play kind of well when the season starts because it's a brand new year. All these teams have hope. And it hasn't really kicked in yet that they suck. So, so you never know, right? You're playing on the road in Washington. Washington isn't like a putrid team like the White Sox are. They may actually finish 500 this year, but they're not a good team. The Phillies should go down there and at least take 2 out of 3 from those guys. Zach Wheeler pitches on Thursday. Then we have Aaron Nola on Saturday. Now, after the Phillies are done in Washington, they come home opener on Monday. If the weather cooperates, they said we might have showers in the afternoon. We'll see. They play the Rockies. There's a series they should take, I know. And then the Dodgers come in next weekend. Mikey, the Dodgers come in very early this year. Usually the Dodgers come in like in July or so. That's about when you want the Dodgers. When kids are out of school, people are on vacation, you go to the ballpark, you watch the Dodgers. And now it's a little too early, but you know what? Catch the Dodgers when you can. And hopefully the Phillies win the series. Like I said, you know what? I saw yesterday on MLB Network, 2 of their top analysts have picked the Phillies to win the World Series. Not just the division, not just the National League, the World Series. The other person picked the Dodgers. But so 2 out of 3, that's not bad. I think the Phillies are going to win the World Series. I think it's time. It's a sign the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Phillies win the World Series. And now that window's closing. Bryce Harper's not getting any younger. And even, he's due for a big year. He's won the MVP award twice. Why not make it 3 times, lead the Phillies to a World Series championship? Wouldn't that be perfect this year, right? Bryce Harper leads the team to the championship. Finally, this group gets it done, and Harper gets his 3rd MVP award and solidifies his candidacy to the Hall of Fame. Perfect. It looks like they're still debating about the batting order. Sounds like against right-handed pitchers, Schwarber might lead off. Against lefties, like tomorrow, Trey Turner. So we'll see. But I like Schwarber hitting down in the line. He protects Bryce Harper in the lineup. Maybe hitting 4th or 5th in the lineup, So we'll see. I mean, Alec Boehm, I think, is going to have a chip on his shoulder after all this trade talk. I think he's going to have a good year. Trey Turner needs to bounce back and be the Trey Turner of old. hit 320, 330, steal about 50 bases. Come on, Trey Turner. Do it, do it. Kyle Schwarber, if you give me 40 home runs again, I'm happy. Nick Castellanos, just be consistent, baby. Don't strike out so much. Bryson Stott, get back to the way you were in your rookie season. Play solid defense. Hit about 280. Don't strike out as much. Okay. Who knows what's going to happen in center field? Let's hope somebody seizes the job out there. If not, you have Justin Crawford coming up for the minor leagues. So, the one thing I worry about, though, with this team, yeah, I don't like the fact that Ranger Suarez already has hurt his back and is not going to start the season on the roster. But I'm not worried about the starting pitching. Eventually, Andrew Painter is going to join the group, probably around the All-Star break. But I worry about the bullpen. There still isn't a reliable closer. Phillies are still going with this closer by committee stuff, which never works. Let's just hope that Jose Alvarado bounces back. The team lost Jeff Hoffman to the Blue Jays in free agency. So I worry about the bullpen. I really, really do. That's really maybe the only part of this team I worry about. Now, I think they're going to have a solid year again. Win the division. Their pitching sucks. Nats and Marlins, who cares? Braves, they have a lot of injured players coming back. Will they come back? 100%. We don't know. I think the Phillies win the division. They go on and play the Dodgers in the League Championship Series, actually beat the Dodgers and go to the World Series. So, anyway, that's our Phillies talking. Everything starts tomorrow. It's going to be a great season. I've already put a few shekels down on Phillies winning the World Series, Bryce Harper winning the MVP, Zach Wheeler winning the Cy Young, so many things. I think one thing you want to take note of, I noticed the other day, doubles. Who's going to lead baseball in doubles? Alec Bohm was 3,000 to 1. Come on. Alec Bohm had a boatload of doubles last year. That might not be a bad thing to look at. Alec Bohm leading baseball in doubles. That might not be a bad thing to look into. You know? I'm just saying. All right, well, since we talked the last time, whatever that was, 20 years ago or whatever, a few things have happened. Well, hey, how about my friend? Did I tell you? Everybody had this guy dead and buried. And even some of the Cardinals out there were said, well, let's all say a prayer for the Pope. He's on death's doorstep. He's about to die, and let's wish him a blissful death. Blah, 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 blah. And, they all had him gone. Well, Pope showed him. And I said, a couple of weeks ago, I said, Pope Francis showed them. You, if anyone has a connection to God, you do. And get on the phone and say, God, I gotta hang around a little bit longer because this world needs good people. We've got too many bad people in this world. We need good people like the Pope to hang around a little bit longer, right? I saw him, granted the guy doesn't look too good, but he is the Pope and he's going to get better. He's resting up. He's back at the Vatican. He's out of the hospital. All right, Pope Francis. Stay on vacation. We'll see you when we see you. There you go. Speaking of craziness, have you texted anybody today? Do you know who's on your text chain now? You text them. What a stupid thing, huh? Stupid. I don't talk about politics and stuff, but stupid. All right. What else? Oh, since I talked to you, George Foreman, Big George Foreman died. Oh, George Foreman. I never knew how to take him, George Foreman. He was always this menacing, angry guy in the ring, which is probably a good thing to be if you're in boxing. You don't want to be like, well, hi, how are you? You want to go in and you want to beat the hell out of the other person. Well, you know, uh, he was very menacing in his day. But I'll tell you what, George Foreman, great, great era of heavyweight boxing. You had Ali, you had Smoking Joe Frazier, and you had George Foreman. Those were the three biggies back then, back in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, right? And then we know George Foreman just did a turnaround. He became an ordained minister. He had like 78 kids or something. He had a lot of kids. And you know, he named each of his boys George. That's like 10 boys or something. George, 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 George the third, George the seventh, George the eighth. And that was sort of strange. But then the George Foreman grill. Did you ever have one? The George Foreman, everybody had one back in the day. George Foreman grill. And then you'd see this George Foreman one year doing info commercials and, you know, hawking the grill. I'll tell you what, he sold millions of those babies. And I think I read he actually made more money from the George Foreman grill than he did in the boxing. Wouldn't surprise me. But he's gone. George Foreman. God bless you, George Foreman. He is gone. What else is happening? Oh, today. Happy birthday to Martin Short, 76 years old. God bless him. He has been a funny guy for a long time in the 80s. He was in SCTV, then he was on Saturday Night Live, and now he's in Murders in the Building with Steve Martin, and they go around and do concerts together. He's a funny guy. Happy birthday, Martin Short. And so many characters he's done in the years, you know. My favorite, it was Ed Grimley, the guy with the spiky hair, and I must say, what a character, Ed Grimley. Happy birthday to Keira Knightley, that fetching, vexing British actress there. 40 years old today. The big 4-0, Keira. And I always remember her from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, you know. And I don't know what she's doing now. Not much. You don't hear much about her. But, you know, she was very fetching. Yeah, cute. So anyway, in lieu of, or in honor of Keira Knightley, this is our movie classic of the week, and I want to talk about this one. I gotta put my glasses on this because, you know, I actually go back to the eye doctor on Friday, and I hope they prescribe a permanent reading glasses. I got my eyes done, as you know, if you follow this show, and cataracts are gone, new lenses, and I can see very well far away. I can't see worth the damn close up. So I gotta put my reading glasses up here, and I want to do this for you. So this movie is part of my personal collection, so you know it's verified, very fresh, and it is the great movie, 2003, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. There it is, the very first pirate movie, and I think the best pirate movie. What I like about this is not only is it exciting, it's funny. It is funny. It's a lot funnier and wittier and clever than the other sequels. And there were 4 sequels. I thought I saw all the sequels. I thought the sequels were just a lot darker, a lot more serious, you know, like regular pirate type movies. A lot of fantasy though, you know, like, oh, Coco, hello. A lot of giant squids, things like that later on down the road. But Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl is my favorite. So let's talk about that for a minute here, right? In celebration of the fetching Keira Knightley, 40 years old today. Yes. So Curse of Black Pearl was released July 9th, 2003. It was made for $140 million. Of course, it's a Disney movie. It made, get this, $654.3 million. That's a nice hunk of change they got back, Disney, with that. Actually, this movie, came out in 2003. The concept of this movie was being written in the 90s. It's based on the Disneyland attraction ride, Pirates of the Caribbean. How do you say it? Caribbean, Caribbean, whatever. You say tomato, I say tomato, 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 potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing up. Anyway, yeah, so it's being written back in the 90s. First, it was written as a very serious pirate movie. Like, a lot of pirate movies failed in the past, and so this was something new, something unique that Disney came up with, and it turned out to be a success. The couple facts, the port where this is all located. If you know the story, Johnny Depp, who plays Captain Jack Sparrow, sails into the Port Royal, it's called. The British were the British man, and he's looking for a new ship because his crew had a mutiny, took his ship away, Black Pearl, deserted him on an island. He came back looking for a ship, blah, blah, blah. That's how the story is. And the goal is for him to go back, get his old ship back from Captain Barbossa, who was his first mate, who decided to have mutiny. And that's what the story's about. But it's the kind of reaches out to like a supernatural thing, like the crewmates are zombies and lost gold, Aztec gold. And I didn't like that part. I didn't like that part. But Disney wanted that part in it. People, well, okay. So Barbossa, and a lot of crewmates there, the names, the guy with the false eye, the guy with the parrot on his shoulder because they cut his tongue out, and Captain Jack Sparrow talks to the parrot instead of that guy because the parrot can talk. Anna Marie is the girl's name. Slaps him. Say, Captain Jack Sparrow has a little bit of a reputation as a ladies' man. And the name Anna Marie was actually one of the writer's daughter's middle name. That's what you do when you write a big blockbuster swashbuckling movie like that. You can name your characters after the family. So that's good. We know, now here's the thing. We know Captain Jack Sparrow is Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is Captain Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp has been around a long time, way back to the 80s. And, he's been around a long time, but he really didn't break through as sort of a superstar in film until he made the pirate movies, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That's when he broke through, where people got to know him. They loved the character of Jack Sparrow, and who's the sister? So I could never picture anybody else doing Captain Jack Sparrow. Can you? Yeah, they're doing a new. I'm getting off track a little here. They're doing a new pirate movie, and apparently Johnny Depp is not going to be in it. It's going to be a lady pirate, lady. I don't know who it's going to be. Disney may need to rethink that because a Pirate of the Caribbean movie is not a Pirate of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp. Hello, Disney. Hello, anybody home? I would rethink that if I were you. Nobody's going to go watch the damn thing, right? It's the use to spend all this money making a brand new shiny pirate movie, and nobody's going to watch it because Johnny Depp, one of the main reasons why you go see these freaking films in the first place, is not in it. Okay, well, here's some other actors who were under consideration to play Captain Jack Sparrow. Matthew McConaughey, Carrie Eels, Hugh Jackman, the guy who wrote the original. See, the draft for Pirates of the Caribbean was conceived in the 90s. Disney didn't like that script. It was given over to somebody else until it came to the final two screenwriters who Disney said, we need more of a supernatural angle in this movie. Those are the writers who came up with the zombie and the cursed gold. Yeah. But the original guy who wrote the script had Hugh Jackman in mind. Actually, you know what? Michael Eisner, do you remember Michael Eisner? He was the head of Disney for a long time. He didn't want Pirates of the Caribbean. He was against it. They had to talk him into it. And he was like, I don't know if it's going to work. Pirate movies never work. No, which is kind of true. Think about it. Before the Pirates of the Caribbean, what pirate movie did you know? Treasure Island? That was from back in 1930 or something, right? So he kind of had a point there. So they kind of had to talk him into it. And when they finally did, he insisted that the title be Pirates of the Caribbean with the subtitle Curse of the Black Pearl. Now, the director didn't like that. He hated it. Nobody liked it. You know, when the boss tells you to do something, you do it. So what they did was, the reason Eisner wanted it was because he thought about it more and he thought, originally, this movie was going to go directly to cable. They decided, it's got some potential and release it into theaters. Well, once Eisner agreed to do that, he said, okay, just in case, I think this film's going to flop, but just in case this film is popular and there's sequels, we need a subtitle. So that's how he came up with Curse of the Black Pearl. But the director hated it because he said, the Curse of the Black Pearl is not cursed, excuse me. The curse was the Aztec gold that these pirates were. So I had a little disagreement there. But so what they did was on the movie posters, they made the subtitle Curse of the Black Pearl really barely legible. You could just barely read it on the posters. So they got their cake and eat it. So yeah, Hugh Jackman was considered for the role of Captain Jack Sparrow. So was Jim Carrey. Because when they revised the script, they made it a lot funnier than it originally was. Originally, it was a straight pirate movie. Disney not only wanted the supernatural fantasy part in it, they wanted it to be funny. And it did turn out to be real funny. But I can't picture Jim Carrey doing the role of Jack Sparrow. I think he would have been too over the top. Michael Keaton was also considered for the role. When the movie came out, it was that Disney was actually hit with 6 different plagiarisms, lawsuits from people who claimed they wrote the script or submitted the script much earlier than 2003. Johnny Depp said when they did the first read around, they all, how these movies and TV series did. They sit at a table, all the main actors, they get the script, and they read it straight through. And just to get a feel of it. When the first day, when Depp was there, and they read it, and came to his part, all of a sudden he starts pulling out this, we cut him all over them. But this drunken, slurred words, this drunken guy. Johnny, what are you doing? Huh? He said, this is the way I picture it. Trust me. Trust me. If you don't trust me, I'll out. Give me the boot. I didn't trust him. He based Jack Sparrow after Keith Richards. Why? Because Depp did some research on pirates, and he found that pirates are sort of like rock stars back in the 16th, 17th centuries. They're criminals. They rob ships and stuff, but they were sort of like rock stars. People kind of were afraid of pirates, but then again, they were kind of in all of them. So when he read that, he did a little research. He thought, oh, it could be Keith Richards, of course. You know, if you listen to Keith Richards, you know, you'll see that's Captain Jack Sparrow right there. So that doesn't do things half-assed. So what he did was he got his teeth capped in gold temporarily. He just went on with this role, you know, and he really put himself into it. And he convinced Eisner did like, like Johnny Depp. He was wondering what the hell he's doing, but you know, it all turned out to be good. Now, Barbossa, Johnny Depp's rival in the film, the guy, the punk guy who stole the Black Pearl from him, that started this whole thing, Jeffrey Rush is the actor who plays him. I think he does a great job. Originally, the role was actually offered to Robert De Niro. He turned it down, which he regretted later because he thought the whole thing was going to flop. The whole movie, pirate movies, not a good idea, was going to flop. And actually, it's never mentioned in the movie, but Barbossa's first name is Hector Barbossa. Some other trivia before I leave. The role of Will Turner, the young guy who is after Keira Knightley's character and draws swords against Johnny Depp, and then he's in the sequels. His father was a pirate. You know, he was what the hell is going on out there? Originally played by Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry's husband. That role was a bunch of young actors were considered for that, including Tobey Maguire, who ended up playing Spider-Man. Johnny Depp got so into this role, he actually carried a real pistol with him. A pistol that was made back in London, get this, in 1760, before our Declaration of Independence was true. You know, the last part of the movie, where they find the gold and that and try to reverse the curse. That whole cavern, it took 5 months to build that. They poured 5 feet of water there. They dropped 882 gold coins. And the rest of that mound of dirt and earth there was painted gold to make it look like there was more treasure. It was. Most of the film was filmed in the Caribbean at St. Vincent, because the beach was the quietest beach to be filmed. Top. A lot of the indoor stuff was filmed back in Los Angeles. They used 3 ships, and they actually had ships. Some of it was done special effects. Actually had ships, replicas of the pirate ships back in the day. The Black Pearl, the Dauntless, and the Interceptor were the 3 ships in the movie. Thank you very much. What else do we? Oh, so Rotten Tomatoes gave Pirates, the original Pirates, first movie, 79. 79 on the fresh meter. There. So, my final words about Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. First Black Pearl. I like it. It was really a funny movie. I wish that, you know, Disney does a lot of good things, but they also screw up too. I wish Disney would have kept the franchise lighthearted, funny, more of a light tone. For some reason, Disney got really serious with the franchise, dark, very dark, to the fact that I don't even know whether you'd want to take your kids to see it. You know, scary, scary. Disney got more into like the giant squid. And, yes, yes, Coco, yes, yes, yes. The special effects thing is okay. Obviously, they were playing to a young crowd, but it wasn't as good. Just wasn't. You're right, Coco. It just wasn't as good. Um, so I wish they would have kept the franchise light because the first film was very funny, was very clever, and it introduces all these characters, which have become beloved. Now, as a side note, you'll note that Johnny Depp a lot of times will dress up on his own as Captain Jack Sparrow, even now, and he'll go visit sick kids in hospitals, kids with cancer, and go and visit them in the role of Captain Jack Sparrow, which I think is a hell of a nice thing. He does this on his own. Nobody tells him to do this. He just does it. No matter if he's filming a movie like in Vancouver, or if he's wherever. He dressed up one time in Italy. He was filming a movie over there, just on his own. He must have an outfit. Captain Jack Sparrow put the gear on, went to the local hospital, visited sick kids. No matter what you think about Johnny Depp, he's had issues before relationships, court things. He's one hell of an actor, one hell of a man for him to do that. To take his time to go visit sick kids, to make them happy. That's what it's all about, right? In fact, sometimes he's been known to even show up at Disneyland in character as Jack Sparrow. They do have another actor who looks like Depp, sounds like Depp, who does the character, walks around, greets people. But the actual Johnny Depp himself has been known to fill in for time. So if you're at Disneyland, you're walking around, there's the Jack Sparrow, you go up to him, it might be Johnny Depp, you just don't know. If you hit it on a lucky day, he's there, greeting people. So that's our movie of the week, huh? There you go. I would watch it again. Hard to believe that movie is 22 years old. I would watch it again. And Disney, do me a favor, or else I'm going to have to come down there and crack some heads. Get Johnny Depp in this. If you're gonna do a new movie of pirates, you have to have Johnny Depp in there, and not just to kill him off. He's got to be one of the main characters. Or else, no, Disney. I'm not going to go see it. I'm not. So I'm just telling you, go, my friend, go. Oh well, I better answer your call there, so to speak. So, cheerio, it's been nice being with you again. I'll probably be back on Saturday. Well, let's talk about the Phillies and their opening day. Hopefully, victory tomorrow against ay. Some dogs are annoying, but cute. So I don't. Hey, do you want to see him? All right. Oh, come on. Want to see him? Break a character because we usually sit by this rover, but you're going to see me move because, and I'm not going to edit this stuff because I don't do that. You get him, but say hi to Cook. Go. You want to come see my friends? Go. And Katie. Oh, they're both here. Both of my friends. I get it. Here they are. Hello, big guy. Yes, hello, big guy. Katie girl. Oh my God. Well, you know what we have to do now? We have to have snacks. We must have snacks. Come on. Yeah, I still keep these here. I used to keep these snacks here for Bud, when Bud was Bud. But now, two friends are here, and we must have snacks. I chop one of these once in a while, too, yeah? There you go, guys. Here you go. Katie girl, are you back there? Take it, Katie girl. And Go, my friend. Go, my friend. Grab it. And I like to do this to drop, get go. 1, 2, 3. It keeps me amused, okay? Now, what else do I have to do? Hey, by the way, before I leave you, it's up to 10. 10 short stories accepted now. Am I dreaming? Oh, yeah, I read all these short stories. I read 30. And I was thinking, well, what the hell? Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. People who have read them think they're good. I'm like, nah, nobody will. Nah. 10 have been accepted. 10. And still going. And the new book that I'm writing is just about to. So things are moving along. Things are moving along. And so is my colon. The dogs, they appreciate my humor. Okay, one more before we go. One more. Snacks. Do you want one? Snacks for everybody. Yeah. Snacks. And snack for you. Yay. We're all having snacks, guys. I cannot teach you. Here you go, little one. All right, all right. Daddy's a good daddy. This daddy. Oh, this daddy is the best daddy. He's the best daddy. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll probably see you on Saturday, where we will review the Phillies opener and we'll talk about whatever. And then, like I said, I'll see you probably on a weekly basis, unless something comes up, either in the baseball world or sports world, or somebody says really stupid, something's really stupid. But I know it happens every day in our daily life. So, everybody have a great day. Peace and love. Say goodbye, guys. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, Katie. Goodbye. See you later. Take care. Thanks for watching. Arrivederci. Bye-bye.